Let's hit live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new edition of Merrill's Monday Morning Market Madness. Coming at you today with some really intense madness. The numbers are in for the month of October, and we had an absolutely historic run. I'm sure you all know, if you've been following my show by now, the market is very, very hot, but October blew us away even more than we expected. So let's start out with the month supply of inventory numbers. Right now in our entire MLS, there are 8,504 active listings, 13,384 listings that are pending, and 9,146 that have closed in the past 30 days, giving us a month supply of inventory of 0.93, which remains pretty consistently where we have been at, 0.9 something for the last several months. So the inventory is not really declining right now, but it's not increasing. And that's kind of a problem, because normally this time of year, home sales slow down and we start to see homes getting listed faster than they're being sold. And that's not happening this year. Homes are being listed at a pretty good rate. More homes are hitting the market right now than they did this time last year. But they're all selling. They're all selling so fast that we're not increasing inventory, which means that by spring, we're going to have a huge problem, even bigger than we've had this year, in inventory. Practically nothing available for sale compared to the number of buyers who are buying. So I am predicting, regardless of who wins the election, I am predicting significant home value increases. Over the past 12 months, we've seen an average, the average sales price increase in the Phoenix metro area is at 23%. And I don't see how it's possible, unless rates go way up, but Fed is saying they're going to keep the rates low. I think we're going to see at least that big of a gain, or at least 20% or something like that again for the next 12 months, because it's just a supply and demand problem. There's way more demand than there is supply, so houses are all getting multiple offers and bid up, and people are waiving appraisal contingencies left and right, and it's just really, really crazy out there right now. So in October, I mentioned to you we had a historic month. Just under 10,000 homes closed, 9,995. And here's why that's ridiculous. So I pulled up the October sales numbers for the past 10 years. We've never had a year where we've sold more than 9,000 homes in the month of October. We've never had a year where we've sold more than 8,500 homes in an October. We've only had one year ever in the past 10 years that hit above 8,000, and that was 8,039. This year, we saw almost 10,000. The average, so take out this year and look at the previous 10 years, the average number of closings for the month of October, 6,962. We sold just under 10,000. So you're looking at a, increase of, I didn't do that math beforehand. I can't do it in my head, but ballpark is telling me that it's over 30% increase above the average for October this year. And that's in an election year. It's bananas, just bananas. So, and then here's the other thing that's kind of interesting about it. It is, for 9,995 closings in the month of October, makes it the second biggest month we've had this year in terms of the number of closings. Sales volume was probably the highest, meaning that add up all the sales prices of all 9,995, it's probably the biggest month we've ever had. I wasn't out able to pull those numbers for this episode, but in terms of units, total number of units to sell in October is the second highest of the year. The busiest month we've had so far this year was at 10,541 homes sold, was July. And then October, just under 10,000. And then behind that is June was 9,700. September was 9,600. August was 9,200. So what's interesting about that is that normally, obviously COVID threw everything off this year, but normally what we see is May and June are the two biggest months for closings. We see more homes close in May and June. And then after that, it kind of, it starts to taper down until the point where you're in October, where you're only selling an average of 7,000 homes compared to May and June, where you're sometimes selling an average of around 10,000 homes. So This year, the market is it's going up. We keep on selling more every single month. To have an October that was busier than a July, busier than June, busier than May, busier than August, it's just crazy, and there's no sign of it letting up. So again, my prediction, we're going to probably see home values increase by another 20% over the next year, unless something dramatic happens, World War III or something. But if the market keeps going the way it's going, home values are going to keep skyrocketing. So if you would like to know a little bit more about the value of your house, or you want to know more about what's going on in your neighborhood or your area you're researching, or thinking about picking up an investment property or anything like that, I would love to help. Please reach out to me, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.